Welcome to a bright day in Empyrion Galactic Survival, and here we are, guys. We're stood on top of my capital vessel. Now if you're following the series, you'll be aware that in the last part I visited this planet and I went out and did a bit of exploration. And what I did off camera after finishing that video, I carried on exploring this way till I found this area here, which looks pretty attractive. It's full of flat areas, we've got access to water, it's in an area that isn't snow, and it seems to be relatively free of hostile patrols. I mean, there's some wreckage there, there's some destroyed mining towers there for loot, there's a village over there which I haven't attacked. Now over here where it says new POI, this is the result of when I brought my capital vessel down, it landed here, and I've got a feeling that is the drone base, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. And the first thing I want to do is actually jump into my small vessel, and I want to get my small vessel down on the ground, because as soon as I start building anything substantial here, what's going to happen is the local drones are going to come in and attack us. And that's the other reason I brought my capital vessel down, is that my capital vessel can provide defenses while we're at it. I've still got my helmet on because I've been out in space. And I'm just going to get here, and this is the flat area. You can see how flat it is. There's some corn there, so probably there's a dinosaur over there as well. I'm just going to get rid of that because we'll be building over this anyway, so I'm not sure. I don't think this guy is actually hostile, is he? I think we'll just leave him alone. And what I want to do is build my base out in this area here, because it's all relatively flat. The idea is to have like the pleasant side of the base with the greenhouses maybe going out into the water a little bit, and then going this way we're going to have a landing pad construction area for, because one thing I want to do is explore building a capital vessel. I also want to build some fairly heavily armored tank that would do that. And I've just looked at this block, I've got the wrong blocks here, so I'm just going to pull these out. I'm just going to come here, and I think I'm going to use these because I've got a few concrete blocks, some armored blocks and some hardened steel blocks, but we've got 999 normal armored steel blocks, so I think that would be okay. I'm inclined, where am I going to put my core? I think we can drop the core down a little bit. I'll start here, I think, like that. And what I'm kind of thinking, guys, is like some form of tower effect in the center where my core machine room is going to be, and then we're going to take it off from there. And I'm probably too close here, so I think we'll start with, actually I think what we can do, I've got a few ordinary concrete blocks, and this is going to be buried deep into my base, so why waste good armored blocks down into the real basement? So I think if we just drop these around here to get a 3x3 square. So actually, just let me step back a bit so that I'm not going to be the guy who stands in the way of the person working. So I think what we're going to do is just come out here. Back and come this way. 1, 2, 3. Nice win. Now, if any of you guys notice the fact that there's no music, the reason for that is I've turned the music down very, very low, simply because I have to agree with Roger Rainsford, who left a comment in the last video. The music that seems to be associated with this planet is incredibly grating. It's like someone dragging their fingernails down glass, and so I've actually turned it down so probably for until I can sort out maybe some other type of music. I'm not really into music as such. It may be a case of we're just gonna have to live with game sound effects, guys. Right, I keep seeing that dinosaur wandering by. I'm half tempted to go and kill him just so that he doesn't keep distracting me. But then that's just going to be antisocial. And I think if we do something like that, and we've got 23 blocks left, and what I would like to do is have something here. So just gonna, I think we're gonna build a central core like that there. Actually, I don't like that. I think if we take that away, you're getting too close for comfort, mate. I will have to go over and kill you if you keep coming closer. And I think if we just gonna do this, guys. This has been, I don't have any grand plan or strategy, guys. This is being made up very much on the hoof. So if I just put this here, so there's going to be periods where I'm going to put something down and then I'm going to take it up and destroy it again. So I think if we, so we've now got this area here. We've got 10 tiles here. Can I get maybe we can, whoops, kind of put this in the center here like this. Wait, stop annoying me. And we got 6 left, so let's just, that's not bad, is it? That will, so that will form the center core of the base, and that's going to look pretty good actually, guys. So right, let's just get rid of that so we don't need it anymore. What we got here, some hardened, there we got armored concrete blocks. I've got 180 of these. I think what I'm going to do is, I mean, do I really need to build this base up high? Can I stay at this level? I mean, we've got this central core armored, and I mean, we could create a I don't want this to be narrow, because if I put a block there, that's just going to create a very narrow entrance, isn't it? I think, looking at this, guys, sorry about this, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out. I'm just going to take these away. We'll probably use them somewhere else, but and actually no, I want the armored blocks. I want you to fit in like that. Right. And then what we're going to do is just drop these back in again like this. Whoops. Oh, we might be expanding it one floor out. So in fact, I think we will expand it out another layer, because unfortunately we got the grass coming through, but that'd be okay, guys. And I think what we're going to do is just come through here. And it's going to come through here like that, and I'm stood in the way again. Stand back. I'm just gonna. I think this is going to operate as a kind of central operating area, and I just think I've just got a use for those concrete blocks. So what we're going to do is come here. Now, until I put power in, I can mess about as much as I like here. If I picked up the concrete blocks, no, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, and it's not until you actually put power in the base that attracts the drones. So if you want to lay out a base looking good, as long as you don't put in or power the base up, you won't be bothered by the local drones. It's only when you actually put power into the base. Whoops. Oh, come on. And I think what we're going to do is just come up here again. I like the idea of this central tower. Actually, it's growing on me. And I think we can just keep using the concrete blocks here. In fact, I think that's 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to go up one more. We got the tiles for it, so, or blocks for it. I'm on about tiles. And maybe this time we won't call the center out. We'll just put this like this. And oh, bugger. Yeah, it's done it again. Okay, we're just gonna have to snag those in. That can come into here like that. Actually, I quite like. I think if we come up again, I mean, this is probably not a good way to build the core of the base, but it'll be okay. Wow, that just, yeah. Ah. There's a bit of a sleight of the hand there. Right, we're going to come up one more, and I'm just going to come here like this, and just going to rotate that in position, and just going to rotate that in position, and then what we're going to do is just drop a block in there, one in there, one in there, one in there. So we've now got a central tower up here like this. I think I'm quite happy with that. And what we might be able to do is create an entranceway up here with some stairs, or we could put a lift in or something like that, which will then connect to it. And what we can do now is, which one's the armored blocks? Can't remember which one's the, yeah, the 6 is the armored concrete blocks. And what we're going to do now is I think we're going to come out one more on like this. Oops. And that will give us a pretty open area in the center here. I'm just going to bring that foot through like that, and just going to get rid of that block there because it doesn't fit into the wider scheme of things. So that's 3. Another advantage with building with these armored concrete blocks is you can actually count the squares where they all merge into, and it's very easy it's not so easy to see the gaps there. Right, I think that is now opened up to this central plaza here, and I think what we can do now is come this way, and I think we're just gonna come back here. And I'm just going to keep knocking layers of blocks down like this. This base is going to grow, I can guarantee you guys. It's probably going to turn into a sprawling mess by the time I've finished, but I want to try and start with something that's a little bit more structured. So I'm just going to come into there, and I think we can just come into here a little bit like this. And so we've now got a central aisle there. So if I put in a couple of blocks like that, and the other thing is if we come back, say that far, and that's going to come back to about there. Maybe one more like that. Then we're just going to come up across, and I think we're just going to make that into a doorway, and that can come this way. Right. Wow, one short on each side. What a shame. We need an armoured concrete block. One armoured concrete block. I think my... Yeah, sorry about this guys, but I do want it to look even. So we're just going to have to come here. Go to the advanced constructor. We should be able to make one armoured concrete block. Yes, there we are. On game. I've already got one armoured concrete block. Never mind. Never mind. That's my fail there, guys. So. And actually what I could do is make a few more armoured blocks. Now I want this open, don't I? So right, I think that's exactly what I want for the moment. And what I want now is to took these out, and we're going to pick the generators out. I don't need the drill just for the moment. Now generators produce a lot of heat, so I really want them somewhere where they're not going to affect me too much. I think if I put one there and one on that side like that, and what I could do, oh, I haven't got it yet, so we're going to have to go and get that. And now fuel tanks produce radiation. So again, I don't really want the fuel tanks, so we can put the fuel tanks on this side like that. I'm assuming that they won't overheat and explode. As far as I can remember, it's never happened to me yet. So that will give me a bit of space there. This will make sense, guys. What I want to build here is like a big machine room that I can walk through, a bit like the back of my capital vessel, but at the same time it's not a room that I want to spend a lot of time in. I can always press the P key and access what I want from that position then. So I'm just going to go here, and I think that should be close enough. Come on. Yeah, I should have fished this out from building supplies. I forgot all about it. So I want my... Oh, there we go. Drones are on their way to attack the base. That's because I've put the generator in. Even though I've not powered it up, they immediately know that I've got there. We got some furnaces. I mean, I'll probably put a furnace room in as well. In fact, what I could do is when I build the furnace room, I could always move the generators over there. So what I might be doing is moving a few things around. Okay. Actually, pick up a med bay. I know, I'm not sure why I want it. Okay. Have you guys been enjoying yourself? You shot down somebody. Okay. And And I think what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm just going to put this down here, and we need the deconstructor because that means we can take lots and nice things apart. And I think what I'm going to do is put one that side and one that side. That will give me reasons to keep away from these things. And I think what we're going to do is just put the... Will that get any closer? No. Okay. I think we can put the deconstructor there. And then that leaves a little bit of space there for a couple of cargo boxes, which I haven't bought. Although I could put cargo boxes elsewhere. Mind you, cargo boxes do fit with machine room. And I've forgotten all about to pick up the cargo boxes, so it's going to come here. In fact, I think what I'm going to do now, guys, I've just noticed the time. Time is pushing on a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. We're going to go to the advanced constructor. Now, I can't build the weapons systems just yet because I haven't got anywhere to mount them. Although I could mount one. Okay, let's just put... Let's create one. That's for a CV. That's for that there. I can get some ammunition. And let's get back to here. Not that. So let's just get back to building supplies. I think we'll get a couple of these, a couple of cargo boxes to fill that in. If I go to main, I think we can pinch about 3,000 rounds out of the here. Actually, I just spotted something. Survival. Just do that, and that can produce the corn. Okay, and now that should be built. And we're just going to come here. Well, it's just starting to rain. Thank you. Always wanted it to rain. And I'm just going to come here. I'm just going to press 4. And I think what we're going to do is... Wow, that is going to be big, but it does fit. So maybe we'll develop more towers with these over time. And I think what we're going to do, guys, is just drop in... I'm going to put a couple of these in here, and it's going to be a bit of a tight fit. I think for the moment I'm just going to put in, I'm just going to put a single cargo box there and a single cargo box there. I think that will work, and then just so that everything stays nice and dry, I'm just going to press Control. And we'll cover this over. I didn't think that got to the edge. And press Control, and that can go up to there. And that will seal this room in. And I think what we can do is just come down here, put across the front here like that, and that can come down here. And what we will probably do is have a glass front here, or just maybe half keep this open. Or yeah, we could always glaze this in and then just put a door. We could put a hangar door in here actually, make it look a bit more industrial. But that's for as we move on. And I think the last thing I want to do now is we're gonna come in here, manage, just gonna put some of that in, and of course what we're going to need to do is put some fuel in here as well. I don't want to put too much fuel in, that should be enough. Power on so that it can defend itself. Eventually we will have solar powered as well to supplement. And I think the final thing I want to do in this part, they're back again, is I want to do this and mount the turrets And taking player factions, we don't need, we're not going to attack bases and capital vessels. We don't need generators, thrusters and warp drives, and then we're just going to, okay, that'd be, oops, no. So we've now got the foundation of our base up here. It will change over time, guys, but I actually quite like this idea. I mean, I will start texturing stuff in over time and making it look better, and I can guarantee you it will change. There's no point pretending otherwise. In fact, even this whole area may have to move eventually. We'll see how it goes. Right guys, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you found the video interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.